Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the channel, and today I've discovered that I've been building walkers all wrong. Now, building a functional walker in Scrap Mechanic isn't that hard. You just slap some legs on some bearings and spin them around in circles, and you get a motion kind of like this. The problem is, this is a bad walker. And the reason why it's bad is, look at the character. Just look at the time our character's having on here. This doesn't seem like it's very good for his body. Doesn't seem like a very fun or smooth ride. And that's because this walking mechanism isn't a walking mechanism. This is just circles. That's what wheels do. Wheels do circles. This is just a wheel that is rotating away from the center point. Functionally, it's not that far off from doing something like this. Look, we're walking. We're a walker. Perfect. Nailed it. Now we're a runner. This is a runner, actually. This is actually a little bit better than I was expecting, to be honest. It's kind of hilarious. But anyway, the point is, this is a very unelegant version of walking, but there's a solution. Thanks to this comment right here, I've been pointed in the direction of a relatively simple mechanism that I think should be possible to build in Scrap Mechanic. All right, so here we have Chebyshev's Lambda Mechanism, which was used to create Chebyshev's Plantigrade Machine, which, as you can see, is extremely simple. Actually, this animation is really hard to follow because of all the overlapping lines. But it all comes down to each leg is attached to this mechanism right here called the Lambda Mechanism. And if you put four of them together and slap them down on a creation that walks, it's called a Plantigrade Machine suddenly. I don't know why they didn't just call it a Lambda Machine if it's made up of Lambda Mechanisms. But I guess that's a question for Chebyshev to answer at some point. Oh, hold on. 1878? Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to be up for answering it anytime soon. Maybe later. So what's cool about this, if you watch this, this actually gives us the measurements, which is great. So this is A, this is 2.5A, this is 2.5A, and this is 2.5A. So we know exactly what dimensions to build this thing. Okay, so why is this better for a walking mechanism? Well, with the help of this math help channel, you can see that as this thing rotates around, it follows a straight line on the bottom of its cycle here. And that is what's gonna help us keep a smooth walking experience as opposed to just doing this circular motion like my demo walker in the beginning of the video showed. So here's an example of the actual Plantigrade Machine in action. Now we have to attach the leg to the very, very top of this, the thing that's actually doing the walking motion that we want, and the leg hangs straight down. But if we're gonna be doing this in Scrap Mechanic, isn't this just gonna be like a free flopping leg, and as it gets pulled forward, it's just gonna kind of flop around and not necessarily land straight up and down? So I was still gonna think about how to solve that. But fortunately, I found this version, which essentially adds just a second part to the mechanism, which gives it a wishbone effect, which then keeps, as you can see, these legs just, they bridge between those two sections, and it keeps them nice and straight. So we're gonna be building this more complicated version, which I guess is Chebyshev's Plantigrade Machine 1A, according to this channel right here. All right, let's try to build this thing. Now I'm gonna build first a proof of concept. I'm just gonna build the mechanism itself by itself, not on any type of like real body or anything. All right, there's a specific part of the cycle that I think is gonna be ideal for this, and that is gonna be with the central rotating point facing downwards at first. What that does is it keeps the longest piece vertical, which is gonna be really easy on the build grid. Then the angled piece, which is kind of like at a 45-degree angle, at least that's what we're going to be doing since that's going to be the easiest to work with. I'm going to do it like this, so we're going to have a squiggly. But at least it's going to be the smaller piece and not the larger piece that we're applying that to. Okay, if this is going to be the size of A here, I'm going to make this five blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means that this part that leads into the first intersection has to be 10. All right, so then here is where we're gonna be building off of for the 45-degree angle part. This is where we get our squigglies in. Okay, so this should be it. I hope I've done this right. All I gotta do is power this thing, and we should get the walking motion that we're looking for. All right, so engine hooks up to this. We turn it on. And I've made a prop. Okay, wait. Oh, whoops. That's going on the wrong side. I gotta have that point the other way, don't I? It's okay. Simple oversight. Just a simple oversight. Easily fixable. There we go. That should be a better working version, right? Right? Okay, hold on. Let me actually weld it up so I can follow what's happening here. Okay. Is it working? Okay, they're not colliding anymore. Oh, that looked pretty straight. And then, oh, wait. Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's see what it's like if I just attach a placeholder leg just to get an idea. Go. Show me how you walk. Okay. See, that's the problem. That's the problem that I was anticipating with the walking mechanism is clearly... having a loose hinge up there is not gonna make it walk very well. So let's go ahead and try to add this wishbone system, the second part of it. So I think if I put it right there, that's gonna leave enough room for that to go right through without colliding. All right, so that allows me to put this connection in the middle, which is essentially gonna be our new leg. And this now should keep this nice and flat for us, I hope. Okay, moment of truth. Is it gonna walk? Oh, well, this isn't good. It's not even moving. Did I do so? Why is that bearing there? We don't need that bearing there. Why is this not moving? Oh, no. I did my math. I did it by 2 instead of 2.5. I forgot the 0.5. My dimensions are all off. That's why this is an issue here. So 5 was an absolute terrible number to start off with. I gotta build this thing all over again. I need to have an even number start off instead of an odd number because we have to add an extra 0.5 and dividing that through an odd number is not gonna work in Scrap Mechanic. So literally deleting this, starting completely over. Okay, welcome back to the beginning of the video. Okay, so now with the appropriate dimensions, please work. Oh no, why is it still stuck? Why is it still stuck? This is the right dimensions, isn't it? Oh, I figured out my issue. This can't be a solid bar. Okay, I kind of rebuilt it again, and this was the difference I needed to make. I needed another layer of bearings here to give this whole double wishbone section its own independent bearing separate from these ones right here. If you needed any more evidence that I'm not actually an engineer and I'm just figuring things out as I go, this is it. All this stuff is brand new to me, and I'm just experimenting and seeing what happens. All right, so let's hope that this version is the version I've been looking for. I really hope that this is right. Oh, it's moving. Hold on, I'll go the other way. I like the other way better for some reason. Did I measure this out right? Oh, that's close, but no, why you do that? Why do you do that? I mean, that's easily fixable just by putting both of these as powered bearings. Like this. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that go nice and straight. Here, now we can, I'll even do it while it's moving. We just attach this right here. Whoop. Kind of hard to build while it's moving, actually. And then this is our foot. And this time, it's gonna stay nice and level. Here, let's pick up the speed a little bit. That's not a straight line. That goes up. I mean, it's definitely straighter than what I had with my old walker. But there's a difference here. There must be a dimension, there must be a measurement discrepancy. We're gonna do some science here. We're gonna keep this version, but I'm gonna duplicate it. And we're gonna have them side by side to compare the differences when I change a single measurement point. Oh, I actually found out the issue. There's one measurement here that is off. And that is how I've attached this one right here. So we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison to see if this fixes the problem. So you can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this should be 2 times this length, which is 4. So this should actually be out here instead of right here. And you know how I do that? I was supposed to go out one extra one like this and then attach it, rather than going just straight down and attaching it. So that might actually make all the difference. Let's see. Let's put them side by side and compare them. Oops, nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, here we go. Whoa, look at that. Look at the difference. That one block change That was a discrepancy. This one goes so much straighter. That's awesome. That is pretty awesome. That was the one measurement I forgot to take into account, was the distance between this bearing and that bearing has to be 2 times the A value. And the A value is 4. So over here it's now 8, whereas over here it is 7. And that makes such a, it just shows how like finely tuned these mechanisms really are, where a literal 1 block difference makes that amount of difference in the walking mechanic. Like, look at that. This is cool. This is really satisfying to watch. Here, let's bump up the speed a little bit. How fast is this thing gonna be able? Oh, that's a little weird. How it goes forward like that a little bit. Here, let's bump this one up to a similar speed. Now, right now we can see the comparison a little bit faster. Yep, that's cool. So we have our mechanism. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to build it again for a mirrored version in order to be able to put 4 of them on a vehicle. And Scrap Mechanic does not have a mirroring option, so I'm actually gonna have to rebuild it and make sure I get all of my measurements correct. Okay, so now if I turn the engine on, we should have a one-sided walking pattern. Look at that. Yeah, front leg and then back leg. That is how it should go. Okay, excellent. And then I think to make this even more stable, I think I can connect these bars together. So it's kind of one big bar. All right. Oh, it works. Yeah, so now there's no way that these legs could get off cycle from each other because they're literally attached together. This is so cool. So that leg steps, goes straight back. That leg steps, goes straight back. This might be actually pretty stable. So I think this thing can be flipped and mirrored. Like this is symmetrical to be able to be flipped now. The only issue there is there's no simple way without utilizing glitches to get this side to be attached to the other side so that everything stays in sync. But if we power these things with controllers, that shouldn't be an issue. They should always stay in sync no matter what anyway. But I think we have some successful Lambda mechanisms here that are creating half of a Plantigrade machine, which I still think should be called a Lambda machine because it seems reasonable. Okay, so I've decided to paint this thing up before I duplicate it and put it on the other side. And I've actually decided to paint it up kind of diagram colors so you can clearly see the different line segments working together and distinguish them from one another. So now I should be able to take one side of this and weld it to the other. And it should actually be mirrored. I think this is all mirrored. All right, so let's see here. If I put a controller on this thing, and if I could technically hook the controller up just to like single bearings like that, and I just have it loop by 360 degrees. If I hook it up to the seat, I should be able to press forward and we should go forward. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, they are going the wrong way right now though. Hold on, this one has to get reversed. Oh no, oh no. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, no, wait. All I have to do is set by default one of the sides 180 degrees in the other direction. And yeah, that should work. So now you can see when it's on the lift, they're all together, but then when it's off the lift, those ones will get defaulted to the opposite side of the cycle. So now when I press forward, oh, it's so smooth. Okay. All right, now we need to bump up the speed though, because this is, if my other walker was this smooth, my character would be fine too, right? All right, what does this speed feel like? Whoa. Oh, that's interesting. It like right at the last part of the step, it kicks up in speed just a little bit. You can see my character. Oh, you can see my character kind of, he goes back now a little bit, but the ride is so much smoother and I think faster. However, I don't have steering. This thing does not have any steering at all. And I don't think the original thing has steering either. I'm not sure how to put steering in something like this. Okay, we definitely got to do a comparison though between that walker and this walker. So what about speed? So this is how fast we go on this one. This is also controller powered, but look at our character. Kind of ridiculous. You know what? Let's set these things on a button so they'll just walk on their own. Okay, ready and go. Oh, this one's way faster. And it can go even faster. Check this out. I'm gonna go up to max speed. This is a mistake. Oh, okay, we're going faster. Oh no, look at our character. It's that, this is so weird. It's a different type of jerkiness, but, hold on, this is a little bit too fast. Let's slow it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, check this out. So look at our character. That seems like a relatively comfortable ride. There is a little bit of a jerkiness. And now let's get into this one. That one's going way faster than this one, as you can clearly see. Let's, can I get in? There we go. And look at this one in contrast. And here, let's speed up the controllers on this one too. Oh, this one's the same speed. The controller is actually the same speed as the other one. Look how much further ahead it's getting. Oh, I should probably catch up to that thing. Let's put these on max power. Or max speed, and we're gonna see how that affects this one. I mean, we saw how max speed affected the other one, but for this one, yeah, it's not, it just bounces now. Look at it bounce. It's not good. It's not stable. I think what I had it at was probably its fastest that it can go without bouncing around like that. So yeah, massive difference in the smoothness of the ride and the efficiency of the ride, the speed of it. Also, here, let's turn this off. Let's go turn this one off too. Whoa, that was weird. Look at the connections on this one. Just the legs. Ignore all that. All that stuff is from, this was supposed to be a walking hydraulic press. Made a video on that. So all the pink stuff is, ignore the pink stuff. All of the purple stuff is how this thing has to hook up to these two separate controllers because there's so many bearings that I needed more than one controller for this. Whereas this one, this is all the wiring. It's all free bearings. So connection-wise, it's way, way simpler. However, building this thing, I will say, was not nearly as simple. Now, for turning, I can think of one potential solution for turning. So my solution is to actually do the tank steering concept, but with controllers instead. I think this is doable. All right, so I've just done a standard tank steering setup back here, and it's only going into 2 sets of bearings instead of 4 sets of bearings like a normal tank drive, because we just don't need to power that many bearings. So if I press number 1, I should go forward. Okay, that's backwards. Everything's reversed. Hold on. So if I press number 1, I should go forwards. Okay. Good. And I'll stop. Press number 2, I should go backwards. Okay, good. All good so far. And we can stop. Stopping's a little bit weird because of the controllers. They find the 0 point in the cycle. If I press number 3, I should turn left. It's not working. It's, I mean, it's kind of like, it's theoretic. Oh no, we're turning left. Look at this. We're totally turning left. This is perfect. No flaws in it whatsoever. See, I just want to, it just takes a little bit of time. There's not a lot of, it doesn't have very good friction. That's the issue. Now I can see I can go forward in this direction. Now I can try to turn left by walking forward on that one, just like that. Or you know what? You know what? We're gonna improve this thing even more. We can make the best walker out of this, okay? Okay, so I went a little bit overboard and decided to make a flexible foot mechanism. So rather than just doing standard suspension like this, I've also added extra friction blocks to the feet. And I've given the feet the ability, as you can see, to be able to flex, kind of like an ankle would, right? So, you know, if the front steps on something, the front of the foot's gonna lift up, and same thing with the back. So I think that's gonna be kind of nice. All right, here we go. Let's see if this feels any better. I mean, the main thing was trying to get the tank steering to work better. So we have more friction now. So let's see if I can turn left now. Okay, something weird's whoa, hold on. Let's calm down. All right, let's turn left. What is going on with the cycle right? Maybe I need to add some stiffness to, what is happening? Something is getting stuck when I do that. For some reason, it's fine going in that direction. Okay, it's fine going in that direction. But when they're both going in, you know what? I think the friction's actually hurting us now. The friction's actually making them fight against each other. which is really interesting. Okay, so I've made some suspension adjustments, and I think I've gotten it to a better state. It's not the best state, but I think it's a better state, at least for turning. And I've also found out that for turning, the best way to do it is actually to kind of do one side at a time. Here, I'll do follow camera so you can see how much we're actually turning as my camera turns with the vehicle. So this actually, I'm turning in place, just like that. And if I want to turn to the left side, I can go ahead and use the right side to turn over to the left. So that's not too bad. And then I can just release and we are going forward. Now, in contrast, this is how we turn if I try to do both of them at the same time. We are turning, but you can see like the platform starts angling in all these weird directions. It's not quite as smooth as you would hope it would be. So turning is definitely a challenge with these things. And I actually just did a quick Google search for a Plantigrade Machine turning, and I didn't get any results that were actually about it turning as it walks. All I got was like, oh, if you just turn, you know, these arms, it'll walk. But as you can see, it's totally usable just to do it like this. It's a slow turning process, but it's a turning process nonetheless. And I can just keep on walking at a much faster rate and much less uncomfortable. Oh no, this is not good. The lag isn't good. But yeah, it's much quicker and much more comfortable for the driver. So if you're ever wondering how to build a more efficient walker than the typical circular rotation, then here's your simple solution right here. Super easy. Didn't take 2 hours at all to get it to its current state. Well, this was another fun venture into engineering from a non-engineer perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are enjoying this, then you'll probably enjoy some of the other fun stuff I've done, replicating real-life machines and mechanisms and vehicles and stuff right here on the end screen on this playlist. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.